This just ended. I just got done with my 15-hour Warzone stream, and we broke the code. We broke the damn code. Look, I need you guys to drop a like because the classes that I'm going to show you guys right now will make you just feel way better than you are currently feeling in the game of Warzone 3. Oh! Now, if you think that I'm BSing, nah, we captured a good amount of wins. Solo wins, trio wins, duo wins, quad wins, all in that 15-hour streams. Don't get me wrong, we capped a lot, but we figured it out. Took a lot of trial and error, but I have the top 6 classes that you need to copy right now. There is no other way that you have to build these. Copy them right now. Also, drop a like because I got you right now. Starting with the brand new Ram 7 class. The brand new Ram 7 that was added into Modern Warfare 3. Well, you guessed right. I'm gonna show you guys a crazy class setup in Warzone 3. Let's just start by the optic. This is a universal optic that you're gonna put on every single one of your guns. It is the cleanest optic in the game. Scroll down until you see the Koryo Eagle's Eye 2.5x. This is the only optic that you want to be using on any of your assault rifles, LMGs, whatever the case may be. This is it. No laser. You don't need a laser for Warzone. But go on to the barrel. You don't even need this fully maxed out because this is going to be the best barrel for the Ram 7. Take a look at this. Increases the effective damage range by 21%. Also increasing the bullet velocity by 25%. What is going on? Put that on right there. And then you're going to combine this with the VT Spitfire suppressor. Some of you guys might be asking me, why not just put on the sonic suppressor? It actually increases the bullet velocity by just a little bit more. But here's the thing, with the VT suppressor, you only get an increase of bullet velocity by 7.5% compared to the 12.9% over here. But the benefit that you get for here is that you actually get an increase in recoil control, which is pretty substantial and important with the Ram 7. So put this attachment on. Going on to a universal underbarrel that's going to be found on a lot of attachments. It's going to be the Bruin Heavy Support Grip. This is going to be the only, if not the best attachment for the underbarrel section. This is going to increase your recoil control by a substantial amount, and you're going to notice that. So put this attachment on, and obviously you're going to have to put on the 40-round magazine. Now, if you get the 60-round when you do unlock that, I would probably suggest that, but the 40-round will just do. You guys will trust me. If you guys go to my live stream and just go tune into the part where I turned up with the Ram 7, hey, bro, just trust me, all right? That is the #1 Ram 7 class setup in Warzone 3, and I hope you guys do enjoy this one. Look, some of these classes you might not just find on YouTube. We spent 15 whole ass hours trying to figure out what the vibe was for, okay, let's say the DMR from Warzone 1 for Dance Days, how it was broken. Well, okay, hey, hold on, what if I told you there's a way to build this thing to make it even more broken than DMR? We'll take a look at this class and I'm going to show you guys how to build right now. Select the DM56 marksman rifle, go to the optic, obviously you already know what we're going to be using. We're going to be using the Koryo Eagle's Eye 2.5x, okay? Put on a barrel. You're going to put it on the Prime Lord barrel to increase the bullet velocity by 30% and the effective damage ranges by 25%, okay? Now for the muzzle, for this one, you can put on the sonic suppressor because you don't really care about the recoil control on this one. So put on the sonic suppressor to increase the bullet velocity by a whole 13%. Ammunition time, you 100% need to use the high grain rounds. This is also going to stack your bullet velocity, effective damage range, and minimum damage range by 15%. So you're already building a mass. You already see what we're doing. We're building a crazy monster in the marksman rifle category. And there's obviously nothing you really need to use except for to put on another bigger magazine. So I think you could put on a 30. You can maybe get around with the 40, and this thing right here is going to kill people, and you're not going to understand. They're not going to understand what's hitting them in Warzone. It's almost unfair. If you guys go to my stream, you guys are going to see how crazy this gun is in Warzone. Just trust me, there's a reason why I put this second. All right, let's switch it up now. Let's go to an SMG. We'll go back to some assault rifles or LMGs, but let's go to an SMG that I think that a lot of people are going to use because it's easy to use. That's going to be the Rival 9. Now, there's this one specific attachment that is just that changes the entire landscape of this gun. So I'm going to take off my face cam. The stock is what's going to actually create this thing into an absolute monster. It's the MTZ Magruder stock. You 100% need to put this on. Now go to the barrel. You're going to add on the Rival 38 Fire Starter barrel to increase your mobility by 2.6% on the movement. And your ADS is also going to be increased by 10% and your sprint to fire as well. As you guys are seeing, we're building a class setup where we're going to have a very stable weapon, a stable SMG, while also having a lot of mobility to it. So for the muzzle, go to the very end until you find the Spiral V 3.5 flash hider. This is going to substantially reduce your recoil to a very noticeable amount, and so you definitely want to equip this. You guys can see the stats right there. 13% reductions. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy when you stack it up with the MTZ stock right here. It's ridiculous. Now, I like to build this where it's a very stable weapon. It's an SMG. You're not going to run into a lot of mobility issues, especially when you rock this barrel, but go to the rear grip and add on the Rival Vice Assault Grip. This is also going to substantially reduce the recoil control because the Rival 9, yeah, it's an easy gun on paper, but when you use these certain attachments, you're going to find out very, very quickly that this thing is an absolute monster. And then finally, put on the 40-round magazine. This is your best class setup. Take a look at this, guys. Take a look at how beast-like this is where it doesn't even move. The mobility is absolutely crazy on this gun as well, and it doesn't move at all. And you're gonna find a lot of success in Warzone 3 because you're not gonna miss your shots. And it's just easy to connect your shots when you're strafing and moving, trying to kill people. It just feels right. Now listen to me carefully because this is my #1 SMG class setup that's going to squad wipe, where I got all of my solo wins on stream, where I squad wipe my duos and duos. Pay attention because this is the one that you want to class it up. It is the WSP Swarm, arguably the best SMG in Warzone 3. And I'm gonna show you guys how to build this right now. Let's start with the optic. Put on the Mark III reflector optic. It's gonna allow you to have a clean precision sight. I personally don't like the iron sights on this thing. That's why I put on the Mark III reflector. And honestly, it helps out with the gun. No laser and no barrel. No barrel. Go to the muzzle. Go ahead and find the Bruin Cubic Comp. Now, let me break this down. Back in Warzone 2, I used to use a lockshot KT-85. Look at the recoil control stats. It reduces it by 19, 15%, 19.6. But if you take a look at this, the horizontal recoil control has a 3% difference. The vertical recoil control I can control, but it's the horizontal where it's a little bit shaky. So when you put on the Bruin Cubic Comp on this specific gun, I'm telling you, you're going to find a lot of success. It's almost going to feel like you're cheating, to be quite honest with you. And you stack that with the Bruin Heavy Support Grip. We already went over this attachment. You're going to find this thing does not move, and the strafing on this thing is absolutely a monster. Go on the magazine, add on a 50-round magazine, and I am blocking the stocks. We're going to go to the stock and add on the FSS Fortress Heavy Stock to increase the gun control, recoil control. I'm not going to tell you guys again. I'm not going to show you guys this class again. You know what? I capped. I'm going to show you guys this one more time in a gameplay later today. So when this video is out around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll have a video out with this, me going crazy in solos, and you're gonna see a gameplay of that. Because if you don't believe me, it's not like I'm making these class selects like some other YouTubers that don't provide gameplay. Ain't gonna call people out, but I will say the class setups that I'm providing you, I've tested and I've gotten wins. It's not like I don't have wins with these class setups. You're going to definitely want to put this on because this is the best SMG in Warzone. I promise. Number 5. This is not in order, but the BAS-B goes absolutely brazy, bro. If you're struggling to find a rifle or an assault rifle, an automatic assault rifle, hey, the DM56, best gun in the game. You're not, hey, look, I found that. I'm the creator of that, okay? If anybody starts hopping on that train, it's because of K3, okay? I promise you, I'm the one that found that. Hey, but look, the BAS-B is arguably one of the better rifles, automatic rifles in the game. On the Coriel Eagle's Eye 2.5X, I already told you about this sight. And on the Bruin Venom Long Barrel, we can see right here, this increases the effective damage range, the minimum damage range, and bullet velocity 20% each. Actually, the bullet velocity is 10%, but we're gonna stack that. And it also increases the recoil control, which is a huge benefit as well with the specific gun, because the BAS-B, it has some recoil problems, but in game, when you're actually using it, it feels kind of nice. Go onto the muzzle. You definitely want to add on the VT7 suppressor because only add on the sonic suppressor when the recoil control doesn't matter as much. The VT7 Spitfire is going to do a lot of good things to this gun, and it's going to help you reduce that recoil just by a tad bit here. For the underbarrel, you're definitely going to rock on that Bruin Heavy Support Grip. We already know about this attachment. And then finally, 45-round magazine. This is literally the only way you can rock the BAS-B. If you take off any attachment, you're absolutely chalking it. Don't bother putting on a laser to increase your ADS or sprint to fire. There's no point. You're literally losing your gunfights like that. Don't matter. Post up, lock down with the BAS-B. You'll be chilling. I promise you. This is a class setup that, honestly, when you're in game, it's gonna feel nice because most of these guns that you're using are not hitting nicely. And this will definitely hit, I promise you. And then lastly is going to be the Sidewinder. Arguably one of the, I'm freaking joking. Throw this gun in the trash can. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of the DG56. I know people are saying that they're a fan of that, or the MCW, to be honest, it's a pea shooter, or the Holger 556, to be honest, pea shooter. Like, I'm looking through these weapons, I'm just like, mid-ball, 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 and a mid-ball. I'm not using Modern Warfare 2 weapons. I'm cool off of that. So I'll just show you guys the max damage range on the KATT-AMR sniper rifle. This is the max damage range that you're going to find on YouTube, okay? So right here, put on the Sonic Suppressor XL. Is going to increase the bullet velocity by 12.9%, which is a really good stat to look at when you're making a sniper rifle class setup or a marksman rifle class setup. The bullet velocity is super important, as you guys can see. The 50 cal Spire point rounds is also going to increase the bullet velocity by 34.5%. This is how you get this crazy bullet velocity on this thing. You definitely want to put this attachment on because that's what's going to increase the bullet velocity. Now, the barrel, take a look at this. 34% increase to the effective damage ranges in the minimum damage ranges. It also increases your bullet velocity by 18%. And these right here are just attachments to kind of increase your accuracy when you're aiming and when you're landing your shots. So you can see the stats right there. I don't really look at that. The bolt right here, the rechambering speed is also very important to kind of get your follow-up shots. But hey, look, I showed you guys my top 6 class setups in Warzone 3. If you guys think that I'm capping, well, watch my video later today. Got about 8 to 9 wins in total on stream, and I'm super glad that you guys enjoyed the stream. Some of you guys actually stayed for the entirety of it. So I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you guys for supporting me. I know some of you guys might be thinking, hey, look, K3, look, I know you love Warzone, and hey, I like Warzone too, but I don't want you to cap out on multiplayer. Don't worry, bro. I have a plan. I will even have a multiplayer. I will even have a multiplayer video out later today. So don't even worry about that. Don't stress. Just enjoy these class setups. Enjoy Warzone for what it is. Feel the vibes out, and I'll see you guys in a multiplayer video. Trust me, I got this under control. I'm staying busy. I just got done with a 15-hour stream. We're balling out here. We're chilling. We're chilling. Let's go. Grind, baby. We're K3 Squad. Let's go. Subscribe. Drop a like if you guys made it this far. Comment squad in the comment section. And I'll see you guys later. Let me know your thoughts. If I'm missing any guns, let me know, and I'll test it out on stream. I'll see you guys the next